So tonight, I just came off the mooring in Malta and we're headed to Tunisia, and then there is one Italian island along the way we'll stop at. There's three different islands. We gotta pick one of them, I think. And it's a lot of moorings here, so keep my eye out. Looks like my spotlight is not working anymore. Finally gave up the ghost. That lasted quite a while for just I think it's like a generic Amazon off-road light. It lasted probably three or 4 years. So winds are light right now. Every once in a while I get a little gust coming through. The weather routing says today's the best day to leave though, so we'll go with that. Feels great to have a motor running really smoothly. All the vibrations in the shaft and are gone. I think it was just those bad motor mounts. I think I got the alignment pretty good. Maybe I'll give it another check after I use it for a while. Make sure it holds the alignment still. Look at that, the spotlight just started working right when we got out of the mooring field. So thanks, spotlight. I think I'm gonna leave it on because I know there's some more straight moorings. And we actually just about ran into one. It was a huge, like 50-gallon barrel size mooring. I don't know how I missed that. Before I left, I grabbed a bunch of groceries, so we're not going to starve. Slept great last night. Woke up just a few times to adjust the sails. And went right back to bed. And now I'm just trying to get a little sun. I spent all day in the cabin. I got a little bored and depressed. But if I just stay out here in the sun for at least an hour or two a day, even though I get a little splashed here and there. Actually, it feels good in this heat now. It's starting to warm up. Great weather for sailing. It's not too hot yet. I heard Tunisia is going to be even hotter than Malta though, so get ready. Bit of a mess in the cockpit still. I'll clean this up when I get to Lanosa. So Lanosa is the island I decided on. It's the less populated island of the two, and this harbor here looks like it's more protected, so we'll try to get in there. Day number 2 sailing to Lanosa. Great conditions. About 15 knots of wind, and we're reaching upwind a little bit. Still kind of getting the sea legs, getting used to it because I've been a month and a half off the boat. But besides a little test sail yesterday, I got me and Jeremy both got pretty seasick that day. It was a little bit lumpy, so probably better I left after things calmed down a little. And there's plenty of wind. I was a little worried the wind might die out, but it's holding up. So we should get in this evening, maybe around sunset. And if the wind shifts and we're not able to maintain this upwind course, there's another island, Lampedusa. We could sail just a little bit downwind of it to the left. And that's a little bigger. I'm kind of interested to go to this really tiny little island with not a whole lot on it. I think there's a few little restaurants and shops. It's a volcanic island too, which is cool. Oh, it's hard to juggle when we're going upwind like this. Oh. I decided to go for a sail when we're going upwind. Too hard. Finally make out volcano island. Pretty nice conditions all day. I think it's probably time to take the first reef out of the mainsail. I was just trying to keep the boat a little drier and more comfortable, but now the wind's finally lightening up. So I'll put on the harness and do that. All right, that's done. All right, that looks good. This is the first time up. I've had the mainsail up since I did that repair at the bottom, and now it's just a perfect fit. It goes right to the top, and there's no slack in the bottom, and the waft is nice and tight all the way. Super happy with that repair. Thank you, Jim and Barbara, for helping me sew that repair. They made sure I did it right. I was just gonna try to just hack off the bottom and sew it on a little higher, but we kind of disassembled the sail and put it back together. So you can't even tell. It wasn't repaired now, or altered. So unfortunately the wind did shift just a little bit, and now we're not quite headed to that island I wanted to go to, so we'll just stay on this heading because we could do a tack on the way back, tack back and make it to the island upwind if we feel like it, or we could just bear off as we get closer and go to the island a little bit further south. Just had another USB kind of charging failure thing. This was what is that, like a charging pad for my phone, the magnet pad. I like to have it up there, but it just like, I smelled smoke and it melted the charging connector. Nothing electric works on a boat. I'm gonna make some pork kimchi dumplings for dinner today. If I can manage it. Looks like the wind calmed down a little bit, so we're not feeling too much. 10, 15 degrees. Still not super easy. Oh, it's not smushed together. There we go. I decided to switch to the floor. Just a little safer. So we're coming up Minosa. Unfortunately, the better anchorage is not going to be good with this wind and wave direction. So we're going to have to try out this really tight anchor harbor in the city. Maybe there'll be room for us to tie to the seawall. Looks like there's one ferry or fishing boat in there now. We're tied up here for now. Not sure if I can stay here. Don't know if I want to. But maybe for tonight we'll be okay. Looks like there's maybe some more spots over here. I guess I can move over here. We are off this morning. Nice weather today. Feels so good to be back on the boat. It's so much cooler than in the boatyard. It was really hot, like high 90s every day in the boatyard. But out here on the water, it's like 10 degrees cooler at least. Maybe 15 degrees cooler. Maybe it cooled off also, but just being on the water, not as hot. So we're just gonna motor or sail around to the other anchorage, because now I think the wind's lightened up, and then this afternoon it should switch directions completely. So it'll be nice to protect it over there. Looking pretty flat. There's a bit of a swell, but besides that, I think it's okay. Rings here. Try something. Now we're gonna walk around the entire island. It's only a mile or two across, and then maybe fly the drone, take a nap, go for a swim, make some lunch, and then go out for dinner at the restaurant. And then I think I might actually sail over to the other island overnight. Just stop there for a few hours in the morning, maybe anchor, then off to Tunisia. That is my plan. Oh, and I'll need to edit some video too, because I got a little behind. Sorry that there's a delay in videos. It's towards the end of June. Linosa is a very nice island. I think this is my reward for hard work in the boatyard in Malta, and it feels good. Just be able to relax and go for a walk around the island and do some swimming and stuff. So I think this is a good stop. Quite a contrast from Malta. It's just a small village on this island, and I think that's great.